Welcome, everyone, to the Bucks County Living Podcast. I'm your host, Alex Neff, your real estate resource. Today, I am joined by Stigs and T-Drama, the owners of Pennsylvania's most famous food truck, and they're located here in Bucks County. How's it going, guys? Thank you so much for coming out.
Great. Thanks for having us on.
Awesome.
Awesome. That's great to hear. So, you are the owners of the most famous food truck, Lunchboxx, 3X's. Make sure you go follow them on TikTok because you guys have some incredible food. And Stigs, I love your energy. I love your energy in the videos. I love the commentary from T-Drama, the cameraman, in all the videos. I can't get enough of them. I watch them on repeat, and I'm salivating over everything that I watch. So I'm really curious. What's a background about you? Where are you from? How'd you land in Bucks County? Please, let's talk.
So I'm originally from Jersey. I still do reside in Jersey, right over the Bristol Bridge. I just kind of shared a love for food since early age and started working in a pizzeria around 17 years old. Got my ex-wife here now. At the time, she was my wife at the time. Got her pregnant with our son Logan, our most famous sandwich on the truck, the Logan's Cutlet. So I had to get a job and do big boy things, and started at a pizzeria over there in Jersey, and one of the big inspirations of a lot of my sauces and creativity with the truck.
So it started in the pizza shop. You were working there. How long were you at the pizza shop for?
I worked there, I think, about 3 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that was where you were kind of like the mixed martial artist behind the scenes, putting all the crazy stuff together and seeing what foods worked and what sandwiches were best. And
yeah. When I was younger, I had, some behavioral problems and stuff like that, That's a little something in my background there. So I used to get suspended from school for fighting, and then it just started happening on purpose because I knew that my mother would send me to work with my stepfather, and he was an executive corporal chef. So, first it was sitting in the office playing, on the computer and playing little games like Oregon Trail and Truck, and,
Yeah, that's going way back.
Yeah,
Classics.
way back.
Yeah.
So then I started paying attention to the noises in the kitchen. The dish machine opening and closing, pots and pans banging, flame jumping up in the pan. It started drawing my interest more towards walking around in the kitchen rather than sitting in front of the computer. And then one of the chefs there actually let me cook a cheesesteak one day, and I thought I did a pretty damn good job with it. And I just started loving food at that moment and took it to where I am today.
Yeah, and you seem so passionate about it, especially with all the creations that you make on the videos and just how you carry yourself through all of the Lunchboxx. I feel like food is just an extension of like one's own creativity.
Yeah.
And because before I got into real estate, I was working in restaurants before my pre-corporate career, and they were calling me Chef Neff, and it was really a beautiful thing because I feel like I loved that kind of that chaos, right? Like I also had behavioral issues as a kid,
Yeah.
and like I was always getting in trouble for talking, always getting in trouble for being loud, but it was something that the teachers are always, I feel like they kind of just want you to sit down and just drill in whatever kind of stuff they're teaching you. But they don't teach you that, like, if you're loud and energetic, you can actually have a future in doing something that you love.
Absolutely.
And it definitely seems like you absolutely love cooking, and it provides an outlet for your own creativity and your own energy.
Yeah, having my own business, I love it. I did, however, love working in all the different places that I have worked at. I gave my all, gave them my passion as well. Stole, a lot of their recipes and stuff like that. You go around the restaurants. This is what my stepfather told me. I was going to go to culinary school, and he said, don't waste your money. He said, going to culinary school is just a piece of paper. If you work in a lot of kitchens and you watch what dishes are popular at that place, how they're selling and stuff like that, take that recipe with you. And that's what I did. I was basically a thief You know what I mean? And I created Lunchboxx with a bunch of successful recipes that were already, happening, and put my own little twist on it.
That's incredible. So when did Lunchboxx actually open up? When did you guys get started with the food truck?
So I started with the food truck in April of last year.
April of 21.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you're only like 18 months into this thing,
Yeah.
and it has just taken off.
I had, prior to that 18 months ago, starting the legit way with the truck and trailer, I was cooking every Saturday at softball tournaments. And I was doing my crazy things over there with some of the OGs on the menu, the donut burger, the pork roll on the donut, Kylie burger, the mood changer sandwiches that I have. I was doing them at softball tournaments, and these guys were loving it. It was men's tournament. Then I did women's tournaments also, and I had co-ed. I'm a big hit in the softball community in New Jersey. They still show me a lot of love. I get people that still come to the truck and support. I don't know if I didn't do that. I think it was 5 years ago I started. If I didn't start out at the softball fields on Saturdays, I don't know if Lunchboxx would even be here today.
Wow.
Those guys really showed me a lot of love and support. I literally would pull up, pickup truck, 36-inch Blackstone in the back, 2 big white fishing coolers, and another cooler to hold my meats and cheeses and whatever crazy toppings I was doing for burgers that day. Unpack 2 big tables, set up like a little outdoor kind of kitchen, and just roll with it.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's really great because it's you're not only providing, it's not only making a journey for you and establishing yourself as this this genius of some of the foods that you're making. I mean, I'm looking at these videos and I'm eating some of this food, and you're putting it all together, and it's like I never would have imagined some of these flavors coming together the way that they do.
Yeah.
And they marry each other so beautifully. So not only are you on your own journey, but you're also creating memories for people, bringing their kids, bringing their family, coming to softball every weekend and eating this fantastic food.
Just recently, we had family travel from Nashville, Tennessee, and they came.
Yeah.
Memphis, Tennessee.
Wow.
I'm sorry. They came from Memphis, Tennessee to get the Elvis burger. And when I started running the Elvis burger, it's a smash patty with bacon, crispy cheddar cheese. It has peanut butter, a thick smear of peanut butter on the bottom bun. All that just sits on top and gets kind of melty. And then you got the bourbon banana jam on the top. People look at me sometimes like, "Are you crazy with these sandwiches?" And I'm like, just try it. If you don't, I told several people, if you don't like that sandwich, I'll buy it for you.
Wow.
That's how confident in my work I am. I do try 99% of these recipes before they even hit the truck. And some of them you don't have to try. You just know it's going to work. Like the Fat Batman that I got this week. It's Jason Kelsey from the Eagles, the center.
Oh,
they call him Fat Batman. It's like basically like a Mexican-style cheesesteak, chicken cheesesteak. And, we just come together with combinations that make sense, and they just really work well together.
That's awesome. So how did you two meet? I'm kind of curious how did you guys get together?
Tyler, hold on.
Okay.
I took his job.
Oh.
Nah, so we were working together basically at a restaurant in New Jersey. I am a musician, so at the time I was doing a lot of touring, and I was going on a full countrywide tour. And his brother was working at the restaurant at the time. They needed someone to fill in for me. They got Stigs.
Well, now I'm filling.
Yeah, you were basically either I needed you to fill in there, or I needed someone to fill in on the tour. Do my spot there. No, so and I got back from tour, and I walk in and I see this guy, and he goes, "You must be Tyler," and I'm like, "Yeah, you must be Stigs."
Did I smack you on the ass? Or
yeah,
a little bit after.
yeah, you didn't waste any time doing that.
Okay.
Anyway, we became fast friends. He ended up staying there, so we ended up kind of working together. And then we both kind of left there at some point. And then he, had opened Lunchboxx, had it going for a little bit, and I stopped by one day, surprised him, and I said, "Hey, can I just take a video?" And he was like, "Hell yeah!" And so I started recording, got a bunch of items on. I recorded a bunch of the food, and I put together this video. I did a voiceover for it, and I posted it. And I know you really liked it, and
I liked it a lot.
he liked it a lot. And I don't know, maybe a few months later or something like that, I got a call, and Stigs goes, "Yo, I want you to come do that all the time." And I was like, "I'm down." And basically since then, I kind of took over the entire social media, video, posting section of the business, and a lot of the customer service, like responding to customers on there, and answering emails, and all that kind of stuff. So, and it's been awesome. I love. We call ourselves the dream team. Because that's we both love doing it. So.
Yeah, I mean, over 200,000 followers on TikTok and over 4 million post likes. You got to be doing something right.
Yeah, I know. When I first started, we were at, I think, 400 followers or something.
Yeah, something like that.
And that was in like April, I think, of this year, 2022. And since then, we've gained 220,000 more and counting. So, yeah.
That's awesome. I think that you give ideas to. I mean, like you said, it's not so much a recipe thief. It's more of it's a free trade of information as far as like how can we just make good food and how can people enjoy the food, and you're putting it out there for fun and for free, and your videos are a good time. And I love it. Ayooo Cuzzz, it's my favorite thing.
Yeah, that's an interesting little tidbit there, because we were kind of, at first I was experimenting with so many different video styles, and one thing that I saw that was common among a lot of big TikTok channels and YouTubers and everything is that they all had like some sort of catchphrase or something that something sticky that would stay in people's brains. And so I said to Stigs, I was like, I just want you to say something like just any kind of phrase. And he just says "Ayooo Cuzzz" all the time anyway. So, we both kind of thought that was perfect. And yeah, that just, as soon as we did that, it stuck, and it's been in pretty much every video since then. So
I love it because that's like such a very Philly area thing, a very like Philly area, Bristol, Burlington, this whole region of like Bucks and Mercer County, and you can say it anywhere in the world. And so when I was just telling you, I was in Jamaica not too long ago, and I would be like, "Ayo," and like anybody would just like from Philly area would just perk their ears up. Because they knew it was another another. It was an Eagles fan, really. That's how it was coming out. It was all Eagles.
Let's be real. It was a Lunchboxx fan.
Yeah, it was a Lunchboxx.
All the Lunchboxx fans were just like, "You got it.
Yeah.
When you come."
Yeah, and it's like such a. I love it. I'm so glad that you guys landed on that catchphrase, because it really is like just. Because it's also like endearing too, like, for the listeners that don't know what it means, it's cousin, right? It's just like a short form of saying cousin, and it's like you're all family, and
if
that's
you ever
something I
notice
love.
too, like Spanish people, a lot of Spanish people, they'll when they're speaking to other Spanish people, they'll say, "Hey, primo," that's cousin in Spanish. You know what I mean? So it's something that a lot of different nationalities also, will use as well. So.
Yeah, when I was working in restaurants, everybody was primo. Everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody was
For some reason, the word cousin is, I guess, a safe thing to call anybody.
It's just the right amount of relative to not seem creepy. Like, because then bro means like you're like best friends.
Right.
And then cuz is like right on that borderline where you can say it to whoever.
Exactly.
Tyler's my bro.
Yeah. See, I'm past cuz, even though he says "Ayooo Cuzzz" to me all the time. But we're gonna be dropping a new catchphrase soon, though.
Okay.
But
still in the works.
Still in the works.
Okay.
But it involves the bandana. That's all. That's all we're gonna say. But,
awesome.
We'll keep an eye out for that.
So how did you settle on Bucks County? Because the lunch trucks are mobile, so you can go anywhere. Why? What was so attractive about Bucks County? I know you're in the area, and all of your softball stuff was in Jersey.
Yeah. So one of my best friends, actually, Michelle, she she's a little drinker, so she was at Odd Logic Brewing in Bristol, PA. So Bucks County, right there, and she had been telling the owner there, Timmy, about my truck and stuff like that, and he said, "Hey, let's get him over here." And he did reach out like 2 times, and I was kind of like not really ready to, come over and operate yet. And once I took that jump over, Timmy's well respected by a lot of other breweries in the area. They kind of cherry pick his food truck list, and he won't keep you back there if you're not a good food truck, because you're feeding him as well, and he's picky. So me and him gotten pretty close. He does a lot for the business as well. He helps us out. But
Tim's the fucking man.
Yeah,
He's
that's
awesome.
that's pretty much how we started in Bucks County. And Odd Logic is where we park our trailer every day and kind of plug in, and we do a lot of our stuff there.
Awesome.
Shout out to Nate as well.
Nate, OLBC,
Yeah,
Nate,
yeah.
Timmy.
Our homie, yeah.
Awesome. So so the menu changes every week. The locations change mostly every week. How do you are different business owners reaching out to you from the area, or are you reaching out to different business owners? Because at this point, you guys are the hot commodity, so they should be clawing to get with you guys.
Yeah, so we do have a greatest hits menu, and that stays around. That is our 5 absolute must stay on the truck sandwiches. Our cheesesteak, JoJo, it's called. It's named after my deceased mother. We got the buffalo chicken cheesesteak. Everybody says it's the best they've ever had in PA. We got the Oshigon eggplant. We got a
Buffalo.
Boss.
The Boss cutlet.
Stigs sandwich right there.
Did you say Buffalo?
I said the buffalo.
Oh, then Logan. That's the only
And
other
we
one.
got the Logan cutlet, the TikTok phenomenon right there.
Yeah.
There you go. Those are the big 5. That's page 3 on the menu every week,
Yeah.
and then the first 2 pages are always changing.
We change it up. We like to have a little fun. If I go to a place and I really enjoy something, and then I might go back 2-3 weeks later, you know what I mean, to get that same sandwich. But my mind frame is, all right, so we got our 5 top dogs. We got the big dogs on the menu already. Now, what if I go ahead and change 5 other sandwiches in that's going to maybe draw your attention and say, shit, I'm going back there next week now. Look at that. I got to try that one. But you always got that option of your other sandwich that you really enjoy there. You know what I mean? The starters, they switch up every week too.
We basically had to do that because when our biggest video of all time was a video of these people driving from Maryland for Logan's Cutlet, and that really took off so much to the point where we had massive lines for at least a few weeks, and everybody was coming just for that sandwich. Mm-hmm. And had we not had it on the menu all those days, people would have been pretty disappointed, and we did end up having to turn away a lot of people because we didn't expect such a big rush. But but to answer your question, a lot of it's basically a lot of half and half. A lot of breweries will reach out to us. We'll reach out to a lot of breweries as well if we're told about them. For example, Free Will Brewing in Percy was one that we were really looking forward to going to. They had initially reached out to us, but we hadn't had anything available. When something opened up that coincided with both of our schedules and we made it over there, the reaction was incredible, and it was a great day. We even had a food reviewer out that day, just another food review page shout out. All right, we're here. And it was awesome, and we're looking into a lot of new spots for next year. Hopefully, going to be hitting Philadelphia, and obviously a lot of other spots in Bucks as well. So
Awesome.
Yeah.
So what are the goals for Lunchboxx? Because it's only been 18 months and you guys are killing it. So what would you say the goals are?
So one of my goals is to open up a food truck. Right now we're operating out of a food trailer. So I do want to open a food truck, and also brick and mortar. And I'd like to have the three kind of operating at the same time, without losing the rest of my hair.
Yeah, the brick and mortar would be amazing to have, just so I can give people an address.
Right.
I guess, like, or just something we can at least put on Google that's correct, because like when you're running a business that has a different address every day, it's really tough to people are like, oh, what's your address? And you're like, well, today we're here, tomorrow we're there. Google says we're across totally somewhere else, so good luck.
Yeah.
But brick and mortar would definitely solve some of those problems.
Yeah,
so.
brick and mortar would definitely probably be priority over a food truck.
Okay.
Like,
I think another goal, which is so hard to make realistic, would be though to do a tour, and at least if not the entire country, at least some sort of region.
Right.
Even if it was just for like a week or something, just because people are just constantly messaging us, commenting, asking us to come here, come here, come here, come here, come here, come here, come here. And it's really tough when you get you're only willing to get bread from one store in one town specifically because they're the best, and
that's all I'll use.
yeah, that's Italian People's Bakery in Trenton, New Jersey, Butler Street.
They do have one here in Bucks County as well.
Yeah. Right in Fairless Hills.
I've tried them before. Not down talking their stuff. It's a great bakery as well, but there's a different oven, and my sandwiches start with the bread, the roll, whatever. So I'm very picky. I want to feed you guys exactly what I want to eat. So that's my mind frame. So that's like it's the only bakery I'll go to.
Yeah.
Yeah. So again, that's what makes touring. Just one of the things that makes touring difficult, upon all the other, even the rest of the produce. But, since the bread is so important, like you're saying, but that's still a goal, I think. So to somehow make that work. So.
Yeah, and I think so. Before I was doing residential real estate, I was doing strictly commercial, and it was all restaurants and hospitality. I was working for a place over in Jersey, and a brick and mortar. It's difficult right now with like staffing issues and stuff, but you two being the only guys, do you have other employees as well?
Yeah, I got a guy who cooks on the grill.
Okay.
During the week for me, Ricky, he's incredible. I have my girlfriend Jade also works with us. Tyler comes in, whatever needs to be done. Tyler's the man. He's just jumps in and does whatever. He doesn't, he doesn't care if he comes dressed to shoot. He's gonna get sauce on his pants. He doesn't care. He's
Great.
jumping in and doing whatever.
Let's be clear. For the most part, my thing is just I'm taking videos. Like, they are doing all of the hard work on the food. But yeah, if I see, a gap that needs to be filled, I will do that. But I mean, he's really the one fucking just, keeping to the grindstone there.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I can definitely attest that, Ricky and your girlfriend Jade are both killing it as well on there.
We're a very good team, us three especially. We just kind of know each other's next move, and that's very important, especially when you're busy and you're trying to just flow. Just
Plus, it's probably a little tight in the trailer too.
it's a little tight in there, especially when you add the fourth person in. The fourth person is just. You're hitting the grill guy, you're bumping the girl that's doing the register, you're bumping the other guy with the scent. Like I used to, when we were having them big long lines, I used to work that middle. Hey, yo, cuz. I would be right in the middle there, kind of setting containers up, marking boxes, making sure that orders were packed with the proper sandwiches and stuff, appetizers. And it's just, it's tight, a little bit tight.
Yeah.
That was a perfect storm all at once as well, because the time that we blew up just happened to be in the middle of summer, and there was no air conditioning in the trailer at all. And so it was super busy. You had to cook the most food with the most people on the truck, no air conditioning. And that was a wild time for a lot of reasons.
If our customers don't know that we love them and appreciate every single one of them, that right there just says it all. Like, I mean, it was literally 180 degrees in that trailer, and we are still operating.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So it sounds like a cafeteria style kind of brick and mortar is on the way.
Whoa. Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah.
Sounds like that is on the way.
It would be a little bit better than cafeteria food, though, I think.
Oh, absolutely.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, we'll let the reviews talk for themselves, I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's so true. You know, the fact that you're doing really well not only on TikTok, but you're also just so like comforting, and it's like working with family. I think that kind of energy really matriculates into everything else that you guys do.
Yeah.
And you're able to bring in those like-minded people that like just love food, love hearing your story, love seeing the energy, and they just want to be a part of it. So
Yeah, our new mascot helps as well.
Cuzzz?
Yeah. Yeah, we there's a little dog who
Yeah.
hangs out at the truck now. I don't know where he came from, but
You know, I was thinking, you know, just I wanted to buy a dog. I wanted to name him Cuzzz.
I
You
love
know
it.
what I mean?
What kind of
So
dog
I
is
was
he?
like, you know, let me find, but I gotta find a dog that kind of got that little like stupid looking face that like, just looks like a Cuzzz, you know. So
yeah,
he's here.
That's great.
He did it just cause, you know.
Yeah, just Cuzzz.
Just
yeah,
'cause.
just cause. You know, which mount? But yeah, so that's another thing that people just love, just seeing, just hanging out with the dog too while they're waiting in line. So
Yeah.
a little.
Kind of takes your mind away from waiting for, you know, not that people don't mind waiting for great food. You know, we're not sitting there before we open rolling up 50 sandwiches and saying, all right, you know, hopefully people order them. You know, we don't do that. We make it fresh to order. So it's like, you know, your experiences.
That's important
You're coming
too.
back.
Especially
I'm
with-
guaranteeing you're coming back.
Especially with somebody so particular about the bread, because I agree, the bread is what makes the whole sandwich. And if you let it sit for too long, it gets soggy, it ruins the whole thing.
You don't build a house on toothpicks, man.
Yeah.
You know, the foundation's got to be strong. The foundation's our bread on our sandwiches, and it's very important the way that we build sandwiches too. It's not just like what you're seeing in the video on TikTok. I'll stop somebody if they're building that sandwich wrong and say, "Yo, take that off. It goes this way." Like my boss cutlet, it's got a certain way it gets built. You got the bottom of the roll, arugula, 2 chicken cutlets, gabagool, tomatoes, fresh mozzarella, and then our cherry pepper mayo, so that when you push that top down, it kind of splurges down. You know what I mean? That's how I want it. I want that, you know, when you cut it, you see them different levels, just like the one eggplant sandwich we did, the Oshi Gone. That video is beautiful. If you haven't seen it on TikTok, that sandwich is probably one of the most beautiful sandwiches I've ever seen in the world.
If your sandwich isn't ruining the cutting board,
Yeah.
the color of the cutting board by the
Oh,
time
yeah.
it's done, you know, then it wasn't made properly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
And they're all made with love, which is like beautiful. I
I
love
want
it.
the sauce hitting your cheek, your chin,
Yep.
your nose.
Yo,
Sauce it up.
triple X.
Awesome. So next, I like to move into a section called the Big Three. So the Big Three, they're the questions that I ask everybody that comes on the show. My first question for you is, what do you think makes Bucks County a great place to live?
Well, while I don't live here, I will say this. Bucks County has a lot of history. They have some incredible parks. I'm sorry, I was leaving already jumping ahead. They have some incredible state parks and also some of the best food trucks in Pennsylvania. What else? What else do you need?
Yeah, you know, I would like to shout out some of our boys, our fellow food trucks, Burrito Feliz, Smokin' Rev Lady Q, my boys at G'day Gourmet, El Sabor, Jay's Joint, what's
Bubba Louie.
Baba
Louie
Louie.
Barbecue.
Who's
He's got some
Muddy
good-
Host is that El Sabor?
Yeah, Marie.
Slurp Philly.
Slurp Philly.
Yeah.
Yup.
All awesome food trucks that you can find all around Bucks County as well. You know, we want to share the love, so.
What's different about Bucks County also is I'll keep it real. Over in Jersey, the food trucks, it's like a competition. It's who's got the bigger, you know.
Schwazol.
Yeah. So over here in PA though, over here in Pennsylvania, in Bucks County alone, it's just like very supportive of each other. Like El Sabor, any chance they get, they come out and eat off our truck, and I do the same with them. Slurp, very supportive of us. We helped him get into a couple breweries. He's given us a couple breweries that, I helped Lady Q, Smoking Rev Lady Q. I helped them get into a couple breweries, and they're taking off. They got great barbecue also. We just always help each other out and got each other's back. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Burrito Feliz has helped us a lot too. They engage with every single one of our posts on Instagram and stuff like that. They message us trying to give us new leads on places that they think that we would do great at, places we never even heard of, and stuff like that. And it's a very, very awesome little culture.
Yeah, it is. So. Burrito Feliz is hands down my favorite food truck to eat off of besides Lunchboxx. They're amazing. If you haven't got to them, just
a little biased on the first choice there, but
hey.
No, I agree though. I was a Lunchboxx fan when I first tried the food before I even started actually doing the work and stuff. So like I've always said that you are like my favorite just chef, like food cooker of all time. I don't know what else you call it, but like when we worked together at the pizza place, when he would sometimes make pizza, he was the only one that I would let make pizza for me. If I was taking a pizza home, I said, I need Stigs to make it. Pizza Casso is what we called it.
Pizza Casso.
And because he would, even pasta, I would say, if I would be like, yo, can you make it for me? Because he would know just the right amount of like cream to put in and the right way to chop up the chicken. Like I'm telling you, like he is a gem to have in Bucks County. So
finesse. That's what it's about.
It's about finesse.
Yeah.
Feed everybody else like you're feeding yourself or your family, your loved ones. You know what I mean? All my customers, I appreciate every single one of them, and I love them all like family. You know what I mean? I want them to eat exactly how we eat, quality wise, and
Yeah, and I think you hit the nail right on the head. Just because your energy, like we are a very much support local businesses, everybody helping everybody. None of that like cutthroat, like who can get more business BS. It's just we just want to help. Everybody eats, and everybody is we're all part of the same community. So
exactly.
that's awesome. Now my next question is usually what's your favorite restaurant in Bucks County, but you guys have the top food truck in Pennsylvania.
I do have a favorite restaurant though.
Ooh, well, I'm excited to hear it.
It's actually a pizzeria, Jersey's Tomato Pies.
Okay.
You ever heard of them?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So
the tomato pies are out of this world.
His tomato pies are hands down the best I've ever eaten. And
what's the town for that?
Holland.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Holland.
Yep, that's in Holland.
There you go.
His polenta, unreal. And I haven't had nothing that I didn't love there.
I can confirm.
The owner himself, Rene Posadas, and he's a incredible guy. Every time you go in there, very hospitable, kind of like your experience at Lunchboxx. It's like almost like come back here and give me a hug type thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Plus, you guys coming from Jersey, that's a big thing. The Trenton tomato pies.
From Trenton.
Yeah. So if you can find a good tomato pie in the Bucks County area, that it's got to be the real deal.
They're probably my second favorite tomato pie, and there's a long list of where I love to eat tomato pies at. So, but Jersey's Tomato Pies over here in PA is my number 2 tomato pie spot.
Yeah, if you're looking for pizza, definitely get over there. Can confirm, best owner, best food. Absolutely.
Excellent. And my last question for you both is, where can people find out more about you?
You can find us on TikTok, obviously. That's at lunch_BOXXX0. You can find us on Instagram at Lunchboxx with 1X_JS. You can find us on Facebook at Lunchboxx with 3X's 2020. We really didn't stay consistent on all the handles, but those are the big 3 places. And you can keep up with us. Definitely recommend following us on TikTok because that's I think we're most active. But all of our content goes everywhere. Anyway, our location schedule is always going to be on our Instagram highlights and our pin post on TikTok. and our Facebook as well. So all of the information is everywhere. But yeah, that's, follow us on one of those things.
Awesome.
And get your ass to the truck ASAP.
We would love to see you. We do have little surprises for people who come out and say they're from TikTok, and so if you come out, you can go home with a little something.
Let us know you heard about us on the podcast here, and also
if you mention Bucks County Living Podcast, what will we do?
I'll take care. A little surprise.
Yeah,
a surprise for you.
Surprise.
Ayooo.
Mention it, and you'll see.
It's a surprise you're gonna want.
Awesome.
Yeah.
When you
You.
Yikes.
Stigs, T-Drama, I appreciate you guys coming out today and talking about Lunchboxx. I'm so excited for your future in Bucks County. I'm so glad that you guys have really made an impact on not just Bucks County, but the food world. You guys you're killing it. I'm really excited to see how you continue to grow. So thank you so much for coming. And as always, I'm your host, Alex Neff. Make sure to reach out if you have any questions about Bucks County living.